Wahoo. I'm in the Alliance Disposable Heroes. My main character is Black Widow, as you can see here. Welcome to my Twitch channel. I'm just trying this out just for fun, trying to add some enjoyment to playing the game, just trying some things out. So we're going to stream some duels and Omega Wars, and I'll try and give some tips and stuff when I can, but mostly we're just trying to hang out, have a good time, chill, make fun of people, try and rise up, raise Viva la Revolution against Iron Man. You know, Spider-Man and Captain Marvel had their fun with the dodge meta. Widow got to enjoy her early meta with the DZ snipe when you got bonus points from killing DZ primes, getting the kill shot. So we're gonna go through real quick. So a fun future video will be me testing out Captain America. We're building a Rise of the East set on him, so that'll be my second character that I'm building up. But for right now, we're a 1.6 in PvP gear, 1.6 million. So I'm going to walk through my build real quick. So originally, I wanted to be a PvE focused player, but since there's not really a good PvE in-game game mode, we decided to pivot to PvP because, well, and then, I mean, you can kind of build both simultaneously. So first we're going to change my costume. We're going to go a little more stealthy. You know, that's very important to my build. So I don't have my stealth outfit on here. So we're going to go, let's see, we're going to go like a classic. What do we like? I like the Hydra hair, a little curly. Some of these are a little comical coloring though. Let's see, is there like a more normal hairstyle? Of course not. Oh yeah, here we go. We'll just go modern. Let's make her like a natural dirty blonde. And then we're gonna go, which costume? So we got the fun Rise of the East. I'm not a huge fan of it. It looks a little bulky. I like the sleek outfits, a little more agile. You know, got to keep that mobility. Yeah. So we're gonna go black and red. I think we're gonna stick with the all blacks though. Go with the camouflage. We got black and gold. That's kind of cool, modern looking, but little much. So this one's shiny. The other one's maybe a little more matte. That one doesn't have a lot of definition. That one's a little shiny, a little more matte. We're gonna go with that. What kind of gun do we want? That's a little ridiculous. Savage Shadowland, Rise of the East. That looks a little excessive. We're going to go with some understated gloves and see if the gun works out. We got some dark domains there. So we're just checking glove color and then we'll see what pops up. You just got to try them all, obviously. Do we have any like basic black? That kind of works. That's a little more subtle. Ooh, those are really subtle. So we got that one. We'll just change the look for now. See if there's anything else that's subtle-ish. Kind of like that. That's black. Kind of blends in. A little bulky though. We're going sleek. These would be good, but they're blue. So I don't know if we're going to go with those. So we're just going to stick with the ones we got. Ooh, those are kind of fun. It's like the same ones, but red. Let's see what the gun color is. So the gun is black no matter what. So let's go with a little bit of color. No, let's go with no color. We got to blend in. We're on camouflage. So we got ridiculous Eyes of the Osiris boots, Eyes of the Osiris, Eyes of Osiris boots. So that's black, black. That's camouflage. What else we got? Black with a hint of red. Black with a glowing light stick thing. We got shorter boots. Don't hate that. Just a tiny little gold accent. You know, everybody came here for the costumes, not to see what my actual stats are, so that's why I'm showing you guys this. Those are a little metallic. Alright, we're going to go between those and the short ones. We're just going to go, we'll go these. So we're going to save that, make it active, and then I'll show you guys my stats. So this is my current build. So this is dual build, which I put accuracy on. So we have we have too much stamina. I want more cooldown. So I only have 19.5 cooldown right now. So that's something I'm going to work on, is getting boots that have more cooldown. As far as PvP stats go, we're not worried about attack, defense, and HP. Those are important, but, you know, those are kind of like step 12. And we're still on step 8 or 9. So we're trying to max a bunch of things first. So we have accuracy rate maxed. We have crit rate maxed. Crit damage is close to max. You're going to notice that it's a really high number. Most people are capped at 300. But you can see on the right here, where I'm tapping, max crit damage can be increased by 50% with a specialization. So Widow has that unique luxury of getting to 350% crit damage. So yeah, I think if I swap out, if I get one more 5-star crit damage core, I'll have 350, no problem. I don't like running enhancers, so crit damage decrease 49.6. I have another build where I drop my accuracy and I get more crit damage decrease. My defense pierce is low in this build because I built my build out for a different card. So that card has defense pierce, so that's why that's low. It's not capped. It was previously capped. We have PvP decrease capped, and we have PvP damage at 68. Obviously, we can go 7 points higher, but you know, we need a roll for that. So I don't really have. I have like 1 or 2 spots where I can get a roll, but I'd have to like re-roll my current card. So that's a little tough in the current state of my cards. And like, I mean, as you can see, I'm like close enough. Like, I can get more HP and defense, improve my survivability, but as far as damage goes, I'm pushing the limits for the most part. But that extra 7% PvP increase would be nice, so we'll definitely try and get that sometime. Also, if you don't know, if any stats are over cap, you can see how much they're over cap by using this button, view stats at max. It's a good little feature. We're trying to work on our 115 badges. We just need one more. We need a 6-slot badge. Unfortunately, we need double greens, but we'll work on that when we have to. You can see here we got defense pierce, crit rate, crit damage, so no wasted rolls, which I really like. Defense pierce is hard to get. You have to have a lot of it to get to cap, so it definitely helps having defense pierce there. Here we have the double accuracy roll. You need accuracy to fight a lot of people in PvP. In-game PvP players tend to cap dodge rate, or used to, and if not, Spider-Man usually does. So it helps against Spider-Man if nothing else. And we have crit rate, crit damage, so no wasted rolls there on attack or anything like that. Here we have triple dodge rate, double defense. Dodge rate was kind of meta for a little bit. I think crit damage decrease is the new meta. So we might try and roll crit damage decrease later on, but for now we're good. At least we have useful stats, defense and dodge rate. So this one is what we're working on currently. This is the piece we're pulling for once a month, and you know, whenever we can get selectors. So stamina recovery was good when Widow had the cooldown decrease with her spec. but now she needs cooldown because you're kind of just sitting there twiddling your thumbs for a little bit while waiting for your skills to come back up. So I might try just some different specializations around, switching some things back to what they were. But for now, we're gonna, try and pull some more that have at least like double. We want at least double cooldown, or like triple cooldown, or triple ult gauge, or at least like 4 rolls of cooldown and ult gauge, to get a little bit of little bit more utility. Because right now, ult gauge and cooldown are kind of what drives Widow. And I still like the Midgard set. That boosts your deadly aim skills, which is your snipe and your double shot, and your frag bullet and fun things like that. So I still like that. I think those kind of survived the nerf pretty well. You can see here we got frag bullet, so that does a pretty good amount of damage. I can kill people if they're like half health or take a good chunk out of them in duels. You can see the snipe here hits for 1350. It's hard to use that in duels, or it's still a good PvE skill, but it's hard to catch people off guard with that if they're playing well. And then the other big kill shot is your double shot here. Some people used to use concentrated fire, but with the double shot you actually get a lot more spread, so it's a little easier to hit them, and it hits almost as hard. I know the number says it's a lot less, but concentrated fire, a lot of it is in that last shot. So you can hit them with the first 3 and not hit them with the last shot, because it's pretty easy to dodge that last shot, and it won't do as much damage. So double shot does half of it in the first shot and half of it in the second shot. So you can take a good chunk out of them if you just hit them with that one shot. I've always wanted to try some of these guard break skills, things like that, but they're not really viable. They don't have good enough tracking, so we might try that just for fun sometime, but it's not in our kind of main builds. And then we'll go through specs real quick. I'm working on getting this disguise tactics up. That's my current goal, is to just finish that to 10, and then I'll start working on Captain America specializations. So right now I have the debuff bonus. Here, I'll just go to my actual active skills first. So we have debuff bonus on the bottom. We have damage reduction. We have a single target damage increase. And then we have that crit damage boost. So the one I'm thinking about playing around with is this status effect debuff damage boost. So I could go super defensive and throw in disguise tactics. We're definitely going to try that. We're also going to try putting improvising back in. This is the one that got nerfed in that last balance patch. So it used to have a cooldown of 0 seconds, and now it has a cooldown of 10 seconds. So basically every time you use a grenade, which is an espionage device, one of those grenades like the blind or the sticky bomb, the one that kind of ticks and tracks, whenever you use one of those, your cooldown of all skills drops by 2.5 seconds. So it used to just be every time you used a grenade, your snipe, your double shot would drop, your quick step strike would drop 2.5 seconds. So basically you'd have all your skills up all the time. And a lot of people thought that was overpowered, but I felt like it made us really competitive with Iron Man, Spider-Man, Captain Marvel. Like we could put up a fight even when they were doing, dodge recovery meta, things like that. So now it's a little bit harder. You got to be a little more patient. You can't play as aggressive and, do like a agile, like assassin face tanking, where you're just kind of like moving around and using a lot of skills and just trying to land as many of them as possible. So I think we're going to try and throw this back in, because 2.5 seconds every 10 seconds, you only have 7.5 seconds of downtime, theoretically. So it could still be useful. Basically you use your cooldown skills, drop it by 2.5 seconds by throwing a grenade. It can still, I think it can still have some use, even after the nerf with the 10-second cooldown. So I think we're gonna try that. And then the only other one I have built up is the uh, increased damage dealt to targets with 50% or below. Um, and I kind of removed that because, there's a lot of, it's kind of like we're one-shotting people a lot, so I feel like that's very limited in viability. It's going to work against Captain America's, and uh, it'll help you get some kill shots if they're at like 45%, things like that. Like, it does help, but I feel like the use case is a lot more limited than some of the other ones, which kind of like function all the time. So that's kind of our build. I'll just show you my presets real quick. We can go over we can go over like individual things in more detail, like badges, costumes, companions, cards. Probably need to do like individual breakdowns for those because you can go for days. And then this is my other card set. This is what I built my PvP for. I actually have a lot more crit damage decrease here. You can see I have full defense pierce. The biggest hit is my accuracy. So it drops 20, my accuracy drops 20% in this build. But you can see that I have other things capped and crit damage decrease increased. But most of the other things are the same. PvP actually goes up a percent as well. So this is what I'm trying to use, but I'm trying to see how much that accuracy is actually hurting me. So in limited, testing, the accuracy hurts a lot, but I think it's not really conclusive at this point. So I'm definitely gonna have to play around with the accuracy a little bit more and see how much it affects me against like Spider-Man and other things like that. So that's kind of my build. I'm 1.6 million in my actual PvP gear. And then, in my PvE gear, I actually go up to, I think close to I go up to 1.7. So, I'm a 1.6 million Black Widow. Came from New Stark City 2 server. Been in Disposable Heroes for a while. Was originally in, I came from ACX Elites. Shout out to those guys and gals. And, Disposable Heroes has been a great home. I'm sure I'll see you guys around in New Stark City server. So I'll be dueling and Omega Warring and all that fun stuff later. Peace out for now.